Hmm? I believe we were in number 4. No.
Finish reading
Here.
number 6, me.
Hi, Summer.
Okay. It was high summer, so many nights we slept outdoors. On the roof of my uncle's building in Shamroon, North Tehran. The servants will carry out the mattress, the piles of pillows and linens, and we will talk until late, sipping our cherry juice, before falling asleep under the stars. When the weather turned cold, one of the rooms inside was transformed into a cozy heap of cushions, carpets, and blankets, arranged in a circle around a central fire of coals, a sort of a giant, round, heated bed that served as a venue of winter salons. Each morning, I would sit at the spot, at the long table in the airy kitchen, and spin the silver jam wheel, deciding whether to heap carotkins or fig ham on my hot, buttered barbarity bread before sneaking up the snuggle under the corsey.
Continue, Gabriela.
Until number 7. Okay. It was only once we arrived in Iran that the mystery of our life in California began to make sense. I finally saw the world behind, the world that had been left behind, and the world our existence in California was dedicated to recapturing. Before the summer, my first visit back, I had suspected my family of collective dissimulation. I would ask my grandfather countless times, Aga Jun, were you really a judge in Iran? I couldn't conceive how, if the stories were true, they could reconcile it, and the only re- reality that I knew. I was entirely unconscious at that age of the revolution, and how in classic revolutionary fashion one social class had overthrown another. Before that came to pass, Iranian society was divided into tiny upper class, a white middle with its own distinguishable upper and lower parts, and a sociable body of poor and or working class. My mother's family fell somewhere in the area between middle and upper middle, which meant that they were landowners and able to send out 4 children to the west for the university. Most stands of my father's family were wealthy and belonged to the upper class that the revolutionaries of 1979 were bent on unseating. One of my uncles had been roommates at Bakerley with Mustafa Chamran, who became one of the leaders in the uprising. They had been friendly in those college days, and when at the dawn of the revolution my uncle was taken to prison, he contacted his old roommate Chamran. No reply. Your type must go, came a message through a friend.
Okay, thank you. Now, question. Hey, trabaje. Vaya terminación. Who is the I telling this story? What setting is the narrator remembering? And what country did she come from? Not everybody. Just one of you.
From Iran, didn't she came?
Where did she come from?
Iran?
Okay. And where is the setting of the story?
Iran?
The setting of the story.
Southern California.
In
Okay.
Tehran.
She's in the state. Huh?
Tehran. It says in Tehran.
She came from South California, and then the setting is in Iran because it was the first visit that she made.
Okay, who is the I in the story?
The girl or whatever, the narrator.
Okay. Why does the narrator say she prefers her life in Tehran to her life in California? How has her experience in Iran so far been an eye-opener for her?
She had more liberty of the things she wanted to do.
Okay.
I think that she felt more, and important thing from the story that I like is that she said that she loves to see her mother being in Tehran than in South California, because she said that when she was in South California, she wasn't too happy like she's now in Tehran. The mother of the narrator.
Okay. Her parents are watching closely when she's in California, and in Tehran she feels free. Very good. Now, according to the narrator, how was her mother different in Tehran than she was in California?
I was telling that means that the mother was more happy in Tehran because she say something in that when she was in South California, when the girl was going to some classes of like ski and all those classes that the mother sit with her, that her mother wasn't too happy like she's now in Tehran, because in Tehran she's always smiling and all those things, like she's always with a lot of people around.
Very good. Now, question 4. Here, the narrator flashes forward to her adult life. What does she reveal about her future life in Tehran? ¿Alguien?
That she will have to flee the country because of the revolution.
Okay. Tienes que terminar ese trabajo. Tienes que terminarlo. How does the narrator support her statement that to a 5-year-old, Iran was suffused with drama and magic? Okay, she is surprised or amazed by the things that Iranians take for granted. The unfamiliar foods, the daily nap, the mosquito netting. In the next paragraph, she gives more details to show cultural differences. Sleeping on the roof in summer, in winter, an indoor room made cozy with a circle of pillows, rugs, and blankets around a fire. Okay, those are some of the differences that she finds between the two cultures being 5 years old. Now, the next question, question 6. What details reveal the narrator's love for the food? What tone comes through in the description? How do you think she describes the food? In what sense? Okay, she's describing food with mouth-watering sensory details. Plump dates, dense aromatic baklava, sour cherry juice, hot butter barberry bread, and she gives a description of earring stew. Her tone is dreamy and nostalgic. Could you perceive that in the story? No, right? ¿Para qué? Okay. Leaving Tehran broke my heart. My pet dog died in the week we were to go. The mammon tried to console me with promises of a kitten back home. I was too young to understand that what I didn't want to part with was a newfound sense of wholeness, a sense of belonging in a world that embraced us. The memories of those few months colored the rest of our lives in America. They flooded back vividly when my grandmother cooked jam, when Mama took me with her to the bank to visit the safety deposit box where she kept all the jewelry she no longer wore. Continue, Roger.
The gold bangles and daily earrings our relatives have bestowed on me in Tehran. In times of acute alienation, they were a reminder that things could be different. Proof that the often awkward fusion of East and West in our American life didn't necessarily point to our failure, but the inherent tension of the attempt. At those times when I was most furious with Maman, I would recall the lightness of our days in Tehran, her easy smile and fluid movements, and remind myself of the strength it took for her to build a life in a strange country alone.
Okay. All right. I will put this in Moodle, and you will work on number 1, 2, and 3. Okay? 1, 2, and 3.
Me. Angie says that her computer went blocked, so that's why she got her out.
Okay. Start logging in Moodle, please. Let me put up this. Sí, menos 4, 2, muy bien.
Sí, está bien, ¿verdad? Sí.
4.
Dice bien, ¿verdad?
Más o menos.
Ok. ¿Me pueden a jugar? ¿Me a jugar, verdad?
Sí, vaya a jugar, Joshua.
Ok.
Vamos,
Vamos, que después ustedes ya van a empezar a leer, ¿no? Tienen que aprender a hacer las letras. Vamos. Nada de que no puedo. Mili. Mili, lo vas a volver a hacer porque está mal pintado. Solo se pinta adentro de la imagen. Okay, the work is ready. You may start working.